Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and in this continuing series on email marketing, automation, and various ways that you can build a list and actually cultivate a community and real rapport with your audience in the service of selling, your content, your courses, your products, your programs, your coaching, etc. I am going to do a quick overview of how to use Flodesk. This is the email marketing newsletter software. It's really, really impressive. I'm super excited about this platform, and it's been a long time since I've been introduced to a piece of software that does email marketing that I'm really sort of enthusiastic about, only because lots of the other tools that we use in our tech stack, like Podia, you can see our Podia store, Podia, or excuse me, partners.mindfulmarketplace.com, or Gumroad, or any of those sorts of software, to facilitate digital e-commerce, have built-in newsletter systems or email automation systems or workflows, whatever they refer to them as. And so it's kind of superfluous to be using an external piece of software like MailChimp or ConvertKit or something like that, or even Drip or one of those, kind of systems. But I find that Flodesk is really so easy to use, so natively intuitive insofar as it accomplishes really everything that I want to do in a much more simplified way. And it creates these great looking landing pages that I'm actually going to pay for this. I'm on a free trial right now. One of the folks in our community recommended I take a look at this last week, and I've been pretty much addicted to playing with Flowdesk since. So, without any further ado, one of the things that people keep asking me about is using pop-ups. So I'm going to show you how easy this is to do using Flowdesk. So all I did here was, as you can see here, there are 4 tabs at the top: emails, forms, workflow, and audience. I'm going to select the forms tab, and it gives me the ability to pick the type of form that I want. Now, let's see if I hit that, if it brings up another. Let's go to emails. Let's go back to forms. Oh, excuse me. So if I go to new form, which is off the screen, you can't see that. It'll give me the ability to select from any of these types of forms that are available: pop-ups, inline, full page, etc. I'm not going to do that because the questions that I'm getting here are mostly with respect to pop-ups. So let's take a pop-up that I already created so I can show you the process, and then I'll show you actually how I embedded this within our membership site that runs on Ghost. All right, so this would work the same way if you're using WordPress or Squarespace or really anything else. All right, so here is the form. Here's where you can actually, unfortunately can't show you all of my screen, but without scrolling, because I made the video recording window a little smaller than usual. But here's where you can change whatever you want. If I wanted to change the color, I would then change the color here too. I am, believe it or not, colorblind, so I can't really tell for sure what colors I'm using here, which is sort of a liability when it comes to designing things. So I might have actually kind of fucked this up a little bit from the standpoint of I don't really want to change half the colors. As you can see, the buttons here are, so I'm not going to save this actually because I don't want to change any of those things. It may have actually saved already, so I may be sort of out of luck there. So let me go back. Now, actually, I'm going to go here and I'll just change that to blue. I think that's blue, right? It's not blue. Someone I'm sure will tell me. All right, so I think that automatically saves. So yeah, it does. It automatically saves. So any selections that you make here are pretty much saved on refresh. All right, so let's now go to next. You can see first name, email address. You can add things to the message here. So let's do that. Sign up for free gifts, workbooks, and guides. Let's go to next. should we enable double opt-in? This is where you can actually have a double opt-in or a single opt-in. They actually recommend a single opt-in for conversions, which obviously makes sense. You want to minimize the amount of steps that folks actually need to get your content. Some places, some email service providers or newsletter services don't, they insist that you do double opt-in. But this is kind of a nice option. You can select what you prefer, and I always select no there. All right, display this pop-up. This is really great, right? So you can display it immediately, after 10 seconds, after 30 seconds, or after the visitor scrolls 30% of the page, right? Which is the setting I have it currently on, which you'll see in a second. Here's another great feature. Should we show this to return visitors who've already subscribed? Again, this kind of, there's nothing more aggravating to me than signing up for a newsletter on a website, and then every time you come thereafter, you get hit with the same pop-up again. So this is a smart pop-up in the sense that it will identify someone who has come and subscribed and not serve up the pop-up to them, which is just good user experience. All right, when subscribers opt into this form, notify me, don't notify me, I always set that to notify, and then you can either redirect folks to a URL, or you can just display a success message. I'm leaving it on display a success message. I actually did a video on Flodesk using the redirect, so you can actually see that if you want to see what that does. All right, and here is the form. You can now publish the form, right? So you can copy this script, and as you can see, you want to insert this JavaScript snippet in the header of your website. This would apply to WordPress or Ghost or Squarespace or HTML or wherever it is that you want this to appear. And the really nice thing about this, if you're running something like Ghost like we are, is you just paste the script and you're going to get a uniform experience on every page without coding anything, without knowing anything. I mean, I'm a dummy. Would have no ability to write this code myself or make this happen myself. So, simply having this available at our fingertips is really great. All right, so let's go here to our community blog. And here is the site. Let's pull up and I'll tell you what's funny is it recognizes that I've subscribed already, so it's not showing the form. So let's go here, and I'm going to go into staff. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go into the dashboard. And here is that code. I'm going to take it out. This is the header, site header in Ghost. There's our Facebook code. So let's scroll up just a little bit. It must be right there. It must end. So if I save this now, that code is gone. And I'm going to reinsert it so you can see exactly how it's done. And again, this is just the free blog that we run on our Mindful Marketplace community, which is, kind of mindfulness-oriented content. And I promote our primary partners.mindfulmarketplace.com community where we have courses for sale and all that stuff there. So let's go back into the dashboard. Let's go to brand, code injection. And here at the very top, I'm going to paste that code that I got from Flodesk. All right, now let's go look at the blog again. And when I scroll the page, boom, there you have it. So within 30% of the page is being scrolled, this pop-up comes up. I'll enter my name. I'll enter and then I'm going to hit subscribe. All right, and there you have the success message. Thank you for subscribing, and I've just added a subscriber to this list in Flodesk. It really is that easy. So the steps are, again, in Flodesk, you want to pick a form, you want to set it as a pop-up, and then you simply choose a template from the various pop-ups that they have. You design the image and do all that stuff that you want to appear visually, or the aesthetic of the image, the style of the form itself. You design it in their parlance here. You customize it, button colors, things like that. We just went through that where I shared that I was colorblind, blah, blah. And then you simply generate this form here, and you copy the JavaScript and you paste it in the header of your site. If you're using WordPress, you can actually you can paste this in the template header, right? You can use the template editor. I don't really recommend that. Instead, what I recommend is getting a code injection plugin, and you can do it that way. So you paste the code into the plugin. This way, you're not messing with the theme or the WordPress sort of guts. Because again, I'm a dummy, and I know I can screw that up pretty easily. If you're using something like Ghost, they make it exceptionally easy. You can see the process that I just did. You go into the back end of your Ghost installation, and you just paste that into the code injection section where it says header. I think it says head. You put it in that area, which is the header of your site. If you're using HTML or anything similar to that, card or anything like that, you just paste in the appropriate code, which you copied right there, into the area where the header is designated in the site builder that you're using, and you're good to go. All right, I really can't recommend Flodesk any more strongly or enthusiastically. I really find it so intuitively easy to use. Creating automations and workflows and email messages is so super simple. And beautiful. It does really, really pretty emails in a way that no other system that I use anyway has been able to accomplish, and that really does have a noticeable bump in terms of the engagement that your audience will have with your emails and your messaging. All right. I mean, when you send just plain text emails, sure, people read them or not or whatever. But when you actually have really pretty, world-class design applied to your outreach, the emails that you're sending out to people or the engagement that you have with your existing audience, it really changes the equation in a pretty significant way. So I really, truly recommend checking out Flodesk. If you are interested in joining our September cohort, where we're going to be covering all kinds of fun and creative ways to monetize your email marketing, send an email to mindfulmarketplace@gmail.com. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll actually post a link to our next cohort in the description box below. Okie doke. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about Flodesk, or if you sign up for Flodesk, by the way, using our affiliate link for Mindful Marketplace, send me an email. Let me know that you signed up using our link, and I'm happy to give you some extra free stuff that we're working on to show you how to monetize your list. Thanks again for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.